All right. Spent too long. I did my makeup for my under eyes. What's the purpose of why you are on YouTube? How do you find your why? Let's find out. My name is Mitch. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I use this channel as a way to sort of catalog, describe, discern, understand my own journey with my mental health, especially as I am rediscovering who I am in this phase of my life. It feels like that cliche thing to be like, oh, I'm in my 30s, so let me just make the jokes about getting older, but I started to notice it a little bit more, and some other things here or there, and I never thought I would be like that. I always thought I was just someone who would appreciate the age that I am at, and I do appreciate. I would much rather be the age I am now than older or younger, and I hope that everyone in their life, at every moment in their life, feels the exact same. What is the purpose? Because now that I've started this channel, it's like 3 weeks in, and as you can see, I'm already at my absolute peak. This is what it looks like to be the greatest YouTuber ever. Yay! No preparation, filming on a whim, no guidance. No, I have guidance of what I want to talk about. So much of what and why I want to do this, it's like so much of my YouTube algorithm now is videos about how to grow your channel and how to make a YouTube channel and all of that other stuff that I'm becoming more and more interested in. This is something that I want to do, and I want to be good at it. And I'm sure you feel the similar sentiment of, if I am to do something new, I want to be good. I want to be the best. And then when I'm not immediately the best, that's where my lack of follow through really comes to play. While I'm not immediately good, so why bother putting any more effort into it than I need to, or putting any more effort into it at all? And that's where I'm at. I've noticed that even over these 2 weeks and this week and a half, I am flitting close to the sun. I started this channel to talk about what's going on in here and using it as a platform to get better, be better, pursue being better. And I don't most of the time. Like I said last week, I don't write these videos out. So maybe it's mostly a video diary more than anything else of my exploration into my YouTube channel, or exploration into myself through YouTube, through this external stimulus that is you, my beautiful, beautiful viewers. But it's hard already. Not the making of the videos and the editing, that's all kind of fun stuff. So I'm not as flummoxed by that yet. I'm flummoxed by my desire for attention. I'm making these videos. Even starting it, I even said I'm doing this so that I can use the attention as a way to motivate me, or using my desire for attention as the sort of motivator. That comes with its own risk, and I'm feeling that risk a little bit, which is just being downtrodden about my views not popping off as much, not going viral and all these things. And thankfully, there has been a shift in the videos that I've been watching where there is less of an interest in going viral, or less of an interest in short form, quick grabs, and there's this emphasis on more long form stuff, which is kind of what I want to do anyway, because I just like talking. But at the same time, I also like listening, so I find that its struggle is that when I'm in a situation where I can either listen or talk, I always end up listening more. That's not a brag. I really don't think that that's good, because I ultimately lose myself in the process, or lose the ability to share myself with more people. That at its core, that's really what I want, is to just share myself. Show more of me to the world as a way of, I was talking to someone and they were worried about me doing this, and that they said, like, the world, or like social media doesn't deserve your authenticity or vulnerability, or I don't know, a part of me disagrees, because it's, Gandhi Gandhi saying, be the change that you want to see in the world. And I think that we can also be the change we want to see in the internet. Of course, I don't think, again, the internet's not bad or good. It's a reflection of humanity because it's created by humanity and created by humans, and it's this tool that we can utilize. And because of that, people can make tools weapons or make tools tools. And so, all that being said, the internet's not a good or bad place. And so I think that I would like to put a little more good into it. And like a legitimate kind of good. Changing this narrative that it's this cesspool. Because it has the ability to be this connector. And I really like that. Even though I don't engage with the internet as much. I am a lurker through and through. This is what I do want to talk about. How do you love yourself? Legitimately. Sound off in the comments below, because that's where I struggle the most. And I know I love myself. I do. I know I do. It's not even so much of the, yes, I love myself, and at times I just don't like myself. How do I show that to myself? How do I show me that I love me? I'm so used to these sort of grandiose gestures of romance, or my love language has always been acts of service. So I like doing things for people, but doing things for myself always feels selfish. Or doing things for myself, I've always defaulted to doing bad things for myself as a little gift, you know. And not bad things, but things that maybe aren't good for me, but I do them for myself as like a little treat, you know, being a little bad girl. And to bring it back, part of loving myself in ways that are good for me is this channel. So thank you, truly. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for watching this so that I have that affirmation or confirmation. Whatever this is, that I'm doing it for me and for no one else. Not even for the approval of anybody else. And ultimately not even for the approval of myself, because I already approve myself. Because I do love myself. But I've never shown that to me. And that's a wild, that's a wild thing to recognize. That's like, yeah, no, I do love myself. Every time in my past that I've ever said that I hate myself or I don't love myself, it's always been not entirely true. Or maybe I didn't in that moment. Maybe I made a mistake and was really hard on myself in that. But I do love myself. I do. I'm going to keep saying it because that'll just make me believe it more, right? But I don't show up for myself. I don't. And I haven't. And so this is a way for me to do that here. God, I was falling asleep last night and I had this great idea of what I wanted to talk about more, but it's gone, like all good things. I think I've always been in that weird realm as well. It's like a theater actor, and a lot of this medium is new to me because of its lasting effects, or its ability to last forever until the downfall of the cloud. Doing theater, you know, it was always this ephemeral thing, this pocket in time and in a moment where this thing happened, we were all there, and when it's done, we were all done with it, and we moved on. And there was liberty in that because it just meant that, oh, if I make a mistake here, I can just let that go and try again the next time. And an issue with that is accountability, because if I make a mistake in this pocket that will then be gone, I don't have to hold myself accountable for that because there's no sort of track record. But here, there is. And so making mistakes here, which I will, hopefully that means I'm just like pushing myself enough to make those mistakes that they'll last forever. And I'll be able to kind of come back and be like, oof, the cringe of it all. But beyond even cringe, like the legit, especially if it would be something that's a legitimate mistake, and how to continue to move forward with all of that. So I'm talking with my therapist about starting to take medication. I find myself just hesitant. One thing to admit I need help, and using the pre-existing channels of access to help family, friends, therapy. And I don't think meds are bad. Far from it. I think meds are fantastic when they work. And should they work for me, that'd be exciting. I just don't. I'm just. I'm scared. Because I think there's a certain legitimacy to meds. For me. This is all through my opinion and perspective. And I'm happy to expand that opinion and perspective to include a lot more nuance and a lot more perception around it, because I know that meds can work and meds are good when they work. And a lot of people in my similar situation have really benefited from meds. I mean, people in my family are medicated, so I'd be an ass to think that they are less than because of that. But I've always thought that mine and my struggle with mental health was never real, or was never as bad as blank. This was years ago, but I was talking with a friend who was telling me about their meds. I remember telling them, like, oh yeah, I feel that way sometimes, but it's not as bad as that, or it's not as bad. So I'm in this constant qualifying of my own experience. And so that's this hesitancy to really take that step. Because to me, I think then to take that step means to really admit it. Because it's one thing to say it out loud and then to get feedback from people who care about me, and then have that feedback mask it again. The feedback being the attention, and the attention being, oh, that feels so good. Why don't I just, I'm okay right now. Or that's all I needed, the attention, so it's actually not bad. But it is more than that. And that's really hard to say, because it means I need help. And saying I need help and actually believing that I need help and then actually getting that help are all very different things, and all very scary. I didn't expect when I was saying, yeah, I need help, or I'm not in a good spot, people were reaching out. I didn't expect that they would continue to reach out, or at least like also keep me accountable in taking those next steps, which pisses me off. It does. In a good way, because I know it's all good-natured and not malicious, certainly. No one's ever belittled me by saying that I need to be medicated. Anyone who's ever said that has always said it with care. And even the people who are reaching out about with care. And I think that that is a symptom of my lack of self-love, because I can't believe that people are reaching out and wanting to talk to me just because they want to. Oh no, I just realized. Real time, just discovered. God, do you see my face getting flushed with red? Fudge. Oh. I've seen people do this on YouTube before and be like, what? I'm like, who cares, right? Whatever, man. But now I feel the frustration of like a piece of the tech not coming through. I just realized that this little plug wasn't working, or wasn't plugged in to my phone. Such begins the spiral, right? I'm an idiot. I can't believe I did that. I'm so stupid. I'd be better off dead. And that's why I need help. That's where I always go to, more often than not. And that's really wrong. It is wrong. It's not bad. It's just wrong, because I wouldn't be. And if that's something you think about too, it's wrong. It's not bad. It's real. It is a legitimate thought, and that is okay to have these thoughts. But it's wrong. You watching this video, if you've made it this far beyond the piss poor audio of just my phone, you belong here. The world is so much better with you in it. It is. You don't have to believe me right now. I know I don't believe myself when I say that sometimes, but it is true. The world is inexplicably better with you in it, and me too. Sometimes I can be very pessimistic, but I use that pessimism as a way to be intentionally optimistic, right? There's that nihilistic approach. It's all meaningless. None of this matters anyway, so why bother, right? On the offset, to make that even more optimistic, we may not have any inherent meaning, but the list of people who, if they were immediately gone from this world, and would make the world a better place by them being gone is really short. And I'm going to be blunt by saying, I don't think you and I are on that list. So the world would not be better without you in it. And that's what I believe. That's just what I believe. Oh God. Oh man, I'm so pissed about this audio thing. I'm still gonna post this video. To whoever's again gotten to this point, this far in, thank you. Thank you for watching. She's still growing, she's still learning. And this is the other bullshit. It's like, do I just continue my stream of consciousness, or do I withhold information about myself for the next video in hopes that it gets more reach, in hopes, in hopes that I get more attention, and therefore I can have these more like interesting parts of my life out for more people. I don't know, but I'm a broken record, so I can always just repeat myself over and over again. Because I know we all probably do a lot of different things to survive in this world. And one of the things that I do to make money, and also it just feels good, is I volunteer with incarcerated veterans. And I use this program that was created by this amazing man named Stefan Wolfert. He and his wife Dawn are two incredible people. Dawn Stern, in her own right, great person. Great. But this program was aimed at using like Shakespeare and classical actor training techniques to help veterans with PTS, post-traumatic stress. The beautiful thing about it is that it can expand and include all types of trauma, regardless of your connection to the military or not. But Stefan is an Army vet, and noticed that a lot of the progress that he made in his life was due to some of the training that he received in grad school for theater, for acting. And then he codified that into the system to help people just become more aware of their trauma. But one of the things that they do is breath work. It's like a kind of breath work, right? It's this box breathing, which I'm sure this was one of the things I remembered. Haha, this is what I thought about last night. But it's box breathing, right? So breathing in for a count of 5, staying full for a count of 5, exhaling for a count of 5, then staying empty for a count of 5. And I do that sometimes. So let's do it right now. So breathe in, hold, breathe out, stay empty. I find that when I'm spiraling, it kind of helps me calm back down. It doesn't always work, and that's okay. Like all things that actually work, it doesn't always work. Anything that is guaranteed to work every time, I think, is either a computer. But even computers don't work all the time. So there. Anything that is promised to work all the time, I don't think does. It is. What if? No. Write things down. Even in this moment, I'm struggling with some sense of direction. And I know that I can do my research and lean a little bit more into the things that my algorithm is showing me for the good, right? For the good of discovering this purpose, or discovering this reason why, or what's my why for doing this in some more parameters. Again, this theater person, Jerzy Gutowski, talks about containers, right? So by intentionally creating barriers, we're able to explore in more depth. If the metaphor of this like discovery of self is water without a container will just kind of spread out and not make as much impact, but a water inside a container can go a lot deeper. And so wanting to create that container for myself so I can go deeper, not only for me, but for you. In part of this YouTube video stuff, it's like, what is this? Is this inspirational, educational, or entertaining? I do want it to be all three. I do, but me sitting here talking about my own journey doesn't, if I aim to make it entertaining, I may lose authenticity in the process. And I don't really want to do that, which is wild to say for me, because I would have jumped at the opportunity to be entertaining even a year ago. There's growth, I guess. So there's growth. And it's not really educational because I'm literally just babbling. So maybe it is inspirational. But part of that inspiration, I guess, means me exploring even more depths to myself with you. So yeah, I hope to continue to improve on my process of how I make these videos so that when I share them with you, you get something out of it. Hell, if you're entertained by this, thanks. That's cool. Maybe I'll turn it into like ASMR stuff so you can fall asleep. Welcome back to my ASMR channel. If I chase again, this is where I get, this is, if I chase the desire for content, if I chase the desire to make something for you versus making something for myself, I'll lose myself in the process again and again. It's not something that I can do anymore. I've done it too long and I can't do it anymore. And I hope that you don't either. I hope that you do spend this time getting super authentic with yourself and being the best you that you can be. And the best you is you. You know, and maybe that's it for today. Yeah. For those who watch, thank you. It does mean a lot to me. And yeah, I'm excited to see what I can do with this channel and how it will grow as I grow and change. Be sure to like and subscribe for all my other videos of just me talking about me. I love you. Okay.